Dear aspirants, today we will discuss about the scope of the subdiscipline of the cultural anthropology. So, we will discuss about the meaning, and also we will discuss about the even this what is the difference between the ethnography and ethnology. So, what is the subdisciplines of the cultural anthropology? And there is scope also. So, today we will discuss about these aspects. What is cultural anthropology? So, cultural anthropology examines, interprets the cultural similarities and differences of the people of the world. So, it deals with the contemporary cultures. So, we have studied so far in last video, we have discussed about the British tradition and American tradition. So, in generally in American tradition, it is called cultural anthropology. In British, it is called social anthropology. So, many people are getting whether it is called social or cultural anthropology. In 1950s, Soltax organized a symposium at Chicago University. So, many anthropologists argued whether it is called social or cultural. So, some people argued it can be called like social or cultural anthropology, but it is rejected by the many people. So, they suggested to include this term social cultural anthropology. So, it deals with both society and culture. So, this is the appropriate term for this subdiscipline. But nowadays, many books are published with even social anthropology or cultural anthropology. So, they are following their own way. So, that is, so now we will discuss about there are two important aspects are involved in the cultural anthropology. One is ethnography and ethnology. Now we will discuss. One is ethnography. It is a Greek term. It is also a Greek term. Ethno means people. Graphy means study, recording. So, ethnography means the study of the society or culture through the face-to-face field work. So, these terms ethnography and ethnology were coined in the late 18th century. So, the term ethnology was coined by the James Pritchard. In his book Researches into the History of the Early Man. So, here what he explained what is the aim of the ethnology. What is the aim of the ethnology? The aim of ethnology was to trace the history of the people and tribes from the remotest period. So, that is the aim of this ethnology. So, even this two earlier this ethnology was practiced by the museum people also. So, these both ethnography and ethnology developed dialectically. So, if you look at even this 18th century, Evans Pritchard prepared some schedule consisting of some questions also. Even Morgan also in 19th century, he sent the questions to the world, collected various king terms also. So, afterwards, even British Anthropological Association published a book, Notes and Queries in Anthropology. That is very popular it is just like Bible for the travelers also and others for the conducting the field work. So another important, we will examine the what are the classic ethnographies conducted by the various anthropologists. We'll briefly will examine. So one is Malinowski. The Argonauts of the Western Pacific. So he conducted field work among the Tobriand Islanders. He conducted field work more than 2 years. So he produced a very classic book, that is Argonauts of the Western Pacific. So here in this book he explained the theory of functionalism also. So he also talked about the even Kula exchange also. We will discuss afterwards. So next, Radcliffe Brown. Radcliffe Brown. These two anthropologists are the founders of the social anthropology. So he came to India, he went to Andaman Islanders, he produced very classic ethnographic, that is the Andaman Islanders. The Andaman Islanders. Another important classic ethnography is Evans Pritchard. New York. It is a pastoral society of Africa. So even Raymond Firth, he published We the Tikopia. So even Heimdallr came to India, he published a very ethnographic text, that is the census also. Even he published very important ethnographic data, even he published text on even this Konda Reddy also. So okay, these are some examples of the ethnography. So now even this, what are the difference between the ethnography and ethnology, we will discuss in brief. What are the differences between the ethnography and ethnology? Ethnography is descriptive study. Ethnology is comparative study. So here it emphasizes on the only single society or culture. So they collect the data from single society or culture by face-to-face field work here. Here the data is collected by the various ethnographers. Means they collect the data from the different ethnographies. So another important here, this is very simple and very complex. So if it is needed, they borrow the even prehistoric archaeology also. So already we have discussed about what is the aim of the ethnology. So they don't borrow the even this from prehistoric archaeology. So these are all major difference between the ethnography and ethnology. But the importance of ethnological studies have shrunk up and became declined because of functionalism. With the rise of functionalism, the importance of these ethnological studies have shrunk up, because even socio-cultural anthropology people also comparing the even different cultures also. So this is the brief idea about the what is ethnography and what is ethnology. Now we will discuss about the various branches of the socio-cultural anthropology. So cultural anthropology, already we have discussed what is the cultural anthropology. Now it is cultural anthropology deals with the marriage customs, family, and kinship also. So what are the various ways of acquiring mates in different tribal societies, and also what is incest, and what are the whether marriage is universal, what are the marriage prestations. Many people are not aware about the marriage prestations. So this term, the marriage prestations means nothing but even this Evans Pritchard using the term marriage prestations, but sorry, this bride, this actually this is marriage payments only. In other words, we can call it the marriage payments. So bride wealth is kind by the even Evans Pritchard, but marriage prestations are kind by the Radcliffe Brown. So that is this is economic anthropology, marriage payments also. So another one is what is the impact of this globalization on the even marriage, family, kinship also we have to look into that aspect also. So whether family is universal, forms of family, and also what is the impact of this anthropology deals with even what are the impact of this industrialization and urbanization on the family also. It also deals with the feminist movements also. So next subdiscipline is economic anthropology. So it deals with the economy of the different societies. It deals with the economy of the hunter-gatherers, pastoralists, even shifting cultivators, even industrial societies also. So it mainly focuses on the how these goods and services are produced, distributed, and consumed cross-culturally. It also focuses on the division of labor also, pattern of work also, exchange system also. What is the impact of globalization on economy of even simple societies also. So while writing in the SCR short notes, you should not use the primitive, that word is value loaded and a derogative term, we should not use. If any author quotes, then only you have to write in the inverted commas. Otherwise you lose the marks in the UPSC exam. That you should be careful while writing the essay or even short notes. So next is educational anthropology. Psychological, industrial, urban, ecological anthropology, medical anthropology, so prior to that we can say even political anthropology also, anthropology of religion, even symbolic and cognitive also, applied social cultural anthropology, applied social cultural anthropology, even action anthropology, development anthropology. So there are all sub-disciplines of the cultural anthropology. So already we have discussed this one. Educational anthropology means the relation between the education and culture. On the one hand, anthropology deals with the anthropological methods and theories, and also that is relation with the even the educational problems under the ethnography of the classroom also. So in educational anthropology, actually in second paper it is there. So who are the educational anthropologists at a global level? Who are the famous educational anthropologists in India also? So while writing the essay, we have to write about the even this Indian, who are the famous educational anthropologists. So even this, what are the we have to write while writing the essay, we have to write from the anthropological point of view. Who are famous Indian educational anthropologists? For example, L.R.N. Srivastava, N.K. Ambest, so Sujata, she worked in the NIFA also. So that we have to quote the references, even N.K. Behura also, L.K. Mahapatra also. So here, what are the problems of education among the tribal communities in second paper? So here we have to write what is education from anthropological point of view? What is the extent of this literacy? What are the gaps, educational inequalities, gender-wise also? What are the constraints for slow growth of education? So we have to read what are the latest contemporary issues also. So this is the educational anthropology. Psychological anthropology means more focuses on the emotions and motivations. Industrial anthropology means what is the impact of industries and traditional cultures. Urban anthropology mainly deals with the social organization of the society. For example, what are the social problems in the urban areas? So for example, urban poverty, homelessness, etc. So here another important subdiscipline is ecological anthropology. What are the relation between the humans and environment? So here medical anthropology means it deals with the socio-cultural aspects of the health and disease. This is a biocultural perspective, both ecological and this also, even demography also. So both all are biocultural perspective. Whereas cultural anthropologists focus more on what are their perception of the disease, people's perception of the disease. How do they cure? How do they classify? So that is also ethnomedicine. So here, even this political anthropology means deals with even devotes itself to the power, even authority, conflict, order also. It deals with the political organization of the different societies at the level of even band, tribe, chiefdom and state also. So another one is in this anthropology of religion, it deals with the religious beliefs of the various people. What are the anthropological approaches? So it is very linked with even anthropological theories also, especially marriage. All institutions are linked with the anthropological theories. If you are good in theories, you can write the institutions very well. From the marriage to even anthropology of religion. So another one is symbolic. Already we discussed earlier, the study of anthropology studies the cultures through symbols. Cognitive anthropology, so we have discussed. Even this, what is applied socio-cultural anthropology? It is application of the socio-cultural anthropological theories and methods and data to solve the social problems like education, agriculture, even health and disease also. So action anthropology. So here in action anthropology, there are two important terms are involved. One is action and research. Whereas applied anthropologists, only they conduct research and submit the report. But here, both action and research are done here. So suppose in community needs or society needs any school or well, so they construct the well or school in the field itself. They solve the problem in the field itself. But it is very peculiar method of anthropological method. It was coined by the Soltax. In initial, it was conducted in America. To some extent, it is practiced in Germany also. So in India also very few action anthropologists are there. We will discuss in detail afterwards. So what is development anthropology? Development anthropology deals with the developmental aspects. So what is anthropology? Development anthropology is a scientific discipline with significant applications in the development project cycle. So they are involving in even project design also, monitoring also, evaluation also. So even this social impact assessment also conducted by the anthropology. That is very important. So for example, if you take rehabilitation, resettlement. So it is mandatory. So after this even Land Acquisition Act 2013, it is already conducting the social impact assessment is very is mandatory. I also did the social impact assessment while conducting even Polavaram Dam also. Actually in practice, they have not taken the even Gram Sabha in local tribals voices also. But without conducting social impact assessment, the dam was being constructed in the Andhra Pradesh. So that is the fact of the story. So this is anthropological knowledge is very useful in the development. Why development projects have failed? Why this rehabilitation program especially have failed? Most of the cases have failed at global level. So what are the reasons for this? We discuss in the second paper also. So this is the overall subdisciplines of the cultural anthropology or socio-cultural anthropology. So today we have discussed about the what is cultural anthropology, what are the difference between the ethnography and ethnology also, what are the subdisciplines of the cultural anthropology. So this is the brief idea of this socio-cultural anthropology. So we will discuss in next video. We will discuss about the what is biological anthropology, what are the subdisciplines, what are the even this archaeological anthropology, and even linguistic anthropology also. So what are the uniqueness of anthropology? So we will discuss in coming videos. So we will discuss about even the decoding of syllabus, what is the strategy, what are the reference books also. We will discuss in near future. Thank you.